What's up, shipbuilders? Now I know you've seen a lot of these new Starfield update. Will you play it now? Videos pop up in the last 24 hours, walking you through verbatim Bethesda's release notes that you could read on your own. And while I'm not crazy about adding my own reaction video to these others, I mean, for goodness sake, you can just go watch Bethesda's video yourself. There are a couple key changes coming in Starfield's latest update that I felt I should highlight for you. And I'd also, honestly, just love to start a dialogue about what caught your attention the most. Overall, I'm really genuinely excited about this update. It's the first time I felt that way about a Starfield update, but more on that in a moment. Where I actually want to start is with a piece that, based on the initial reactions I've seen, seems to be flying under the radar, but actually changes the game more than I think we realize, and that is ship decorations. Now, I've previously shared my thoughts on how Habs have actually been limited in their functionality in terms of gameplay. Outside of the workshop hab, they don't really impact actual gameplay at all. Well, now that changes. You see, we've previously had to choose whether we want a hab with a bed to get that well-rested bonus and recover some health after exploring, or if we want a workshop with its workstations for crafting and upgrading our kit. And if you're like me and enjoy flying small, lightweight combat ships, this is an actual choice because we want to save mass. But now I think we can have it all. We can truly build our own all-in-one hab with each piece, like a bed and workstations, and not have to miss out. And even theoretically fit all of this into the new empty habs that are provided. Now on top of that, we could add cargo boxes to our habs. And while this won't actually increase the quoted cargo space on your ship, nor be accessible from outside your ship, it's essentially free storage. So you could actually make a cargo-specific hab, store real cargo, and organize it however you want. Plus, I don't see any indication that this impacts the overall mass of your ship, meaning you could nicely organize all the cargo within a true cargo hold hab, and not actually burden your ship with extra mass. So, for true role players, I think this can actually change the way you play the game. Now, obviously, it's not letting us yet, hopefully, manually place where ladders and doors generate, nor is it giving us stairs or diagonal structural pieces. So hopefully those things are still coming, but this is about celebrating what we are getting, and so let's keep going. Now, the next update that really changes the game are all of the gameplay customizations we can now make in the gameplay options. But specifically for shipbuilding, my primary focus here is vendor credits. Shipbuilding is expensive. And I have a confession. I either reuse old game saves to build my ships, going back to a save where I have a lot of credits, or I am actually still playing on the initial release version of the game. And that's because I occasionally use the old bugs to access vendor chests to easily get a few 100,000 credits whenever I need it. And to be honest, I kind of enjoy the early stage buggy exploits in Bethesda games, and exploiting those to make my character overpowered, especially when it's for something as silly as a vendor's credit amount. Now, none of the updates released thus far have offered enough value for me to give up my free credit bug exploits. I think this update changes that. Now I can finally offload massive amounts of resources or contraband all at once and have it actually be meaningful to my GalBank account. And for a player like me who loves building ships, having access to more credits is a game-changing update. Next, something that wasn't called out in Bethesda's video, but is in their list of bug fixes, and it's actually the first one listed, but I haven't seen this mentioned yet by anyone, is that it says they fixed the issue that could cause the ship's shield capacity to decrease. Now, this has been a known issue for a long time, and frankly, I can't believe that it's taken so long to fix this. But if this is the case, this could be huge. Now, I'm always paranoid that I'm going to get in a state where my ship's shield gets decreased by this bug. I've had it happen a couple times and having to revert my save. I've also had it on the flip side where my ship's shield actually increases, which can be a good thing. But I know this has kept a lot of people from jumping back into the game until this gets fixed, and so this could be a big deal. Now, I also have to just mention the difficulty changes. and tweaks in the gameplay options. My character's a high level. If you've watched any of my build videos, you know all of my ships are completely overpowered, making even battles on very hard difficulty too easy. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is upping the ship difficulty settings to extreme right off the bat, as I've been craving more challenge from ship combat. So this will finally, I hope, put those particle beams through their paces and give me a reason to upgrade to all particle beams going forward rather than purposefully limiting myself. Finally, I do want to mention that the other changes included in this update, while they don't specifically relate to shipbuilding, are really exciting. The ability to reselect your character traits when entering New Game Plus provides much more reason to actually enter the Unity. And while I could see some people saying the vastly reworked surface maps aren't enough to jump back into the game, I actually feel differently. I've been stuck in a rut when it comes to where I travel in the game, but I know I missed a lot of areas in my time with the settled systems. So not only are the new maps beautifully presented, but I'm excited to see what new places they point my character to explore. And back to those gameplay options, those will provide countless new ways to experience the game. And while I don't see a specific option for making ship fuel more consequential, the other options do seem to provide the ability to make a genuine survival mode for yourself as you navigate through the galaxy. Finally, the performance mode with the ability to prioritize frame rate is huge. I've actually entered the Unity simply to reset my game, reducing my game save size and bloat, and just get back to original decent frame rate. So this will vastly improve my experience playing Starfield. And it appears there is a lot of goodness yet to come. So let me know what you are most looking forward to. And until next time, keep building.